Today, we talk about the Acronym Nike Vapormax Mach 2. So if you're just joining, this is a tail end of a discussion about the entire history of the Acronym Nike collaboration line. We've already been through the Lunar Force One, the Air Force One Downtown High, and the Nike Presto. But finally, we've arrived at the latest collaboration for this year, 2018, the Vapormax. So this colorway has been referred to as Johnny's Icy Passage, which Errolson Hugh, co-founder of Acronym, has said is an inside joke related to John Mayer. As some of you may know, he was featured in the mini movie that was part of the promotional event for this shoe. And if you look at the movie posters, you'll see this design on the mountains in the background. So, word. Now, this initially released in March of 2018, more specifically Air Max Day. And to celebrate the release, Nike and Hugh enlisted none other than John Mayer to be part of a Western-themed film teaser. I mean, dude, they even put posters around the shoe, all of which were displayed at the famous Los Feliz Theater in Los Angeles. That's crazy. So, funny story about how the whole theme for this thing came about. Basically, Errolson was out in Japan with his girlfriend, who was doing a lingerie shoot. He had gotten sunburned. The only hat that his girlfriend had lying around was a goofy cowboy hat, so he started wearing it, kind of liked it, kept wearing it, had some pictures taken in it. Nike finds the pictures and goes, starts to brainstorm. So they came up with that theme on their own. Now, around the same time, independently, John Mayer reaches out to Nike and is like, yo, I'm trying to be cool. Not that he's not cool. I think he's one of the coolest motherfuckers ever. But, you know, he wanted to kind of get to the next level, aka tier 0 type shit. Know what I'm saying? On top of all that, Errolson and Mayer have been buddies over a decade, and Johnny Boy been collecting a ton of rare Acronym gens for a hot minute. I don't know if he has as much of a collection of Acronym stuff as he does Visvim, for example, but regardless. So it was a match made in heaven, and they ended up putting together this dope-ass Western trailer, which finally sold me on the shoe after already seeing Insta pics of my boy John rocking these. Yo, I've noticed John fucks with Acronym heavy, yo, especially the shoes. I haven't seen him in the downtowns, but he's been in the Lunar Force Ones and the Prestos in multiple colorways. Yeah, I stalk John Mayer, who doesn't? You want to fight? Now, a lot of people expected Hugh to go ham on this model, just like the others, and add crazy zippers and buttons and shit, but he was just like, yo fam, this shoe already futuristic as fuck. You're literally sitting on air bubbles, and you slip right into them. What the fuck would a zipper add? Obviously, I'm paraphrasing. But the zipper is reference to what Acronym has become known for as a brand, which is this futuristic, utilitarian design where every function meets fashion, meets technical design, aesthetic. It's just this craziness going on. Techwear. It's here, and Acronym is leading the charge. But again, the original design philosophy of Acronym is to add technical details to add functionality and evoke emotion, not just doing it to do it. Do it.
All right.
With that said, they decided the most radical thing they could do to the shoe was alter the pattern, and that they did. One of the challenges Hugh noted was accounting for the stretch in the knit when the upper is pulled over the outsole. So the front area is simply condensed, which is so fascinating to me because I'm looking at the knit and I'm going, wow, like this really had to be condensed so that when they stretch it down and hang it over, it looks uniform, and they accomplished just that. Birthday good. The more I look at this, the more I fall in love with it. It's just, it is what it is. Bop. Now, the other interesting thing is someone had asked him about the dueling self-identities in the trailer, since he was fighting himself. And to that he responded, you're always your own worst enemy, but it's out of that process of self-analysis and even self-doubt, that's where the really critical work has to get done for everybody. Now that's cold. Nice. And my boy, John Mayer, he brought up another good point about the concept of hate on the internet, for example. You know, John brought up a good point when he was discussing how there's this love-hate thing with the first time you see something, and on the internet we'll call it hate, but it's only because we don't have a better word for it, and I thought that was pretty on point. But he was basically describing how when you see something for the first time, whether it's a song you've never heard of before in a new style or genre, or a movie style you've never seen before, or you know, an artist or whatever, or a new shoe, what have you. If you don't like it at first, your gut reaction may just be to, quote, hate it because you don't have a frame of reference to compare it to. It's just something so totally novel. It's like, oh, that's disgusting, or oh, what the hell is that, or whatever. But it basically just boils down to this innocent want to just interact with that thing that you're newly experiencing. And sometimes part of that response in the tactile desire is to just evoke hate. So I thought that was an interesting take. But you know, it does evolve, and he notes the pattern where you start out hating something, maybe a song that you really hate, and then next thing you know, it's stuck in your head, and then you say, hey, it's kind of growing on me, just like this shoe. It's growing on me. And then next thing you know, I gotta have it. And here it is. So big ups on you, Johnny boy. I see you, John. But anyway, bottom line, really happy to have these. Adding them to the Acronym collection. I've got the complete set now from Acronym's 2015 release to now. Love the matte finish on the shoe. I hate that there wasn't such a drastic difference in the design between the Vapormax original and the second iteration of the Vapormax, which is these. There was at least the addition of this mock version, and on top of the fact that Acronym collaborated on it, was a must-have. Always a fan of getting new silhouettes. Also an interesting insole pattern. I don't know if it's Japanese. I was looking up somewhere that it's referencing a more Japanese font, but that looks like a T, dude. I don't know what the hell that is, but I don't know if it's Acronym spelled upside down or what, but I just can't make it out. So if anyone knows what the hell the insole stuff means, leave a comment, let me know. But yeah, those hits of Volt, bop, bop. The logo on the back spelled out all futuristic as hell. Just like that futuristic Gotham City font. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, just the little details and everything. The heel counter, the knit pattern, the Vapormax tongue differing from the original Vapormax. Everything just comes together so beautifully. And then of course the Acronym logo on the outsole, you can kind of make out in the clear part of the bubble. I love the change in the bubble pattern from the matte finish to the clear finish. Nice little toe guard. Yeah, I think they crushed it again. Go figure. So yeah, happy to have these. Fits true to size, at least in my case. A little snug, but itty would it. And yeah, thanks for joining. Again, if you missed the initial discussion of the rest of Acronym's collaborations with Nike, you can go to my most recent video where I went through all that. But otherwise, we'll see you on the next one. We out.